Hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel, The Cryptic Narwhal. Today's video will be very short, quick, and brief. However, it's something that I'm sure a lot of us were not expecting, or some of us might have been expecting. However, what we're talking about today is Jeff and Willy's new show from Mountain Monsters, AIMS, the Appalachian Files. If you like the work I've done in this video, please feel free to leave a like and subscribe, and comment below letting me know, what other shows you want to see me cover. So, without further ado, let's get into Jeff and Willy's new show. So, the only reason that I know that there's a new show that Jeff and Willy are working on is mainly because the other day I was scrolling through Facebook and actually saw this post pop up in my feed, and I was very interested right off the bat. I did remember them mentioning that they have a new show in the past. That was like sometime in August. And then they said they were going to reveal it that night, and then I never heard anything about it. They might have announced it in that talk show they were in, but I'm not too sure. And it seems like their new show is going to be kind of like a podcast, but also they do investigations, whether that's like in-person investigations or just taking up callers and like a radio show pretty much. I'm not too sure. It hasn't really been said too much. However, the Channel 12 network that they're signed with do a lot of like talk shows. So I don't think it's going to be anything like the Sons of Appalachia are doing. It's going to be something remote that Jeff and Willy can do together while they're off touring to all these different conventions. And one thing that I thought was really cool is that they actually were on a billboard in New York City for a convention called the Maine Paranormal and Horror Convention with like the little Annabelle doll, and that was really cool. I saw that on Facebook too in one of the groups. And actually, a funny story about the Channel 12 network is that when I first posted my like original video on the new Sons of Appalachia show that blowed up, I got an email from Randy Stewart, who actually owns Channel 12 Network. He gave me his phone number and was like, hey, give me a call. I want to talk about some TV show business. And I completely ignored it, thinking like it was a scam or something. And then I realized later that like when Channel 12 signed Willy and Jeff on, I was like, oh, that's Randy Stewart. So I did eventually send him back an email letting him know like, hey, I think you got the wrong guy. You might be looking for the Sons of Appalachia. And then I forwarded their email. So that was just the funny story I wanted to tell while I'm here. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it. There's not much we actually know on the show currently, other than the fact it's on, I guess it's owned by the Channel 12 network that also have Nightmare Plus. I don't know, it's very confusing. It had me pretty confused because Nightmare Plus is like its own streaming service, but then originally they signed with Channel 12 network for their show. So it's very like confusing and convoluted, and I mean, if you want me to check out the show further, they do charge like $10 a month, I think it is, for their streaming service to actually get access to the show, unlike Sons of Appalachia, which is free for everyone. Yeah, I mean, if they have more episodes out here in like September, I'll pick up a subscription and like cover it for you guys. I know there's a lot of people that are like being like, hey, we don't want to pay $10 a month for your show when these guys are doing it for free on YouTube. It's a bunch of mishmashing against Jeff and Willy and then Huckleberry Bill and Buck. So if any of you want to see me cover their show, let me know in the comments. That way I know to pay the $10 subscription to check it out for you guys. Or if any of you at Channel 12 or Nightmare would like to give me a subscription to cover it, I will gladly accept anything free. But yeah. Now there is some things I have to talk about my channel real quick right before we end off this episode, kind of as like a public service announcement, and I will admit it has been quite a while since my last video. I started working on another video for Colt Straub's new show, UFO Cowboys, and that has taken a lot longer than I thought it would be. It is something that I don't really know where I want to take the video or what I want to talk about it, and then like I've spent like a few days working on it, and it's to the point where I'm like, I really just want to abandon this video and just start on a new video about something else. However, I'm going to keep working towards getting UFO Cowboys out because I know a lot of you wanted me to talk about it in the comments, and that's just a video I want to make. And I don't want to say that it's almost finished to being released, because it's not. I'm only like 10 minutes into recording voice for it, and that's as far as I've gotten. I've watched a lot of the actual episodes, however, I don't have any footage for it, I don't have most of the voice for it, so this might be a video I scrap. However, I just wanted to stay where I was and why I haven't uploaded in over 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks. Another thing I want to talk on real quick is reaction content. So I know that I've stated in the past that I wasn't going to do reaction content out of respect for like the Sons of Appalachia. However, I feel like that is something that would do great. I know a lot of people love reaction content these days on this platform, just to see how like I react to the episodes and like things that I may see that others may not see, and it's just something that I've thought about a lot on, and it is something I want to do. And for that, I will be revealing who I am. So I will have a face that everyone can match my voice to. However, that is going to be like another month out. I want to get a good camera. I want to get a green screen. That way I have a background. Because right now, you know, I don't have like any background behind me. It's just my room. And I think a green screen would go good for like production. So I wouldn't say episode 4 of Sons of Appalachia will have a reaction video, but by the time they get to episode 5 in like late September, October, I will be ready for revealing my face and doing a reaction video for all of you lovely people out there. So with all of that rambling out of the way, I want to thank you all for joining my video here, and I apologize once again for not having any videos out lately. However, I am working on a couple, and I have some ideas I want to work on, and I invite you to check out my Mothman video. It'll be right here, hopefully now, that you can just click on and watch. It didn't do too good like my other videos, however, it's something I really worked hard towards making, and I'd love for all of you to check it out if you have not seen it. And with all that out of the way, I thank you once again for watching my videos, and I will see you all in the next video, whatever that may be. Goodbye.